Hey guys, NoZoupForYou here, and I'm coming at you with a little review of the USS Flint. Now this ship is available to individuals who excel in ranked gameplay. Those that have reached rank 1 3 times are awarded the Flint. I did not do that. I was gifted the ship for a review, and that is what I'm going to do. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you right now that the Flint is what the Atlanta should be. This game was my first game of the Flint. I did not even add everything that I could have or should have. I don't have a 15-point captain in the Flint right now. I don't have all the premium consumables. And while I'm on the topic of premium consumables, some of you mentioned while I was playing as the Montana in my review of it that I was in a tier 10 ship and I did not have any premium consumables. Well, chalk that up to 5.9. I did not know that auto resupply was unchecked, and as a result, after my first round in the Montana, I lost all my premium consumables. I rectified that situation pretty quickly, so no harm, no foul. That's why it happened. There you go. You all don't skip a beat, you don't miss anything. So, the Flint. Like I said, this is the ship that the Atlanta should be. The Flint is an amazing ship. As I said, this was my first round ever in the Flint. And in this first round, I did 137,000 damage. I did a phenomenal 5,099 base XP. It was quite amazing and enjoyable. It's an interesting ship. I like the camouflage on it. Now, what's different in the Flint that the Atlanta does not have? Well, for one thing, you have smoke. You're kind of like the Kutuzov in it. You all know the Kutuzov has smoke. The Kutuzov is a fire starter. It likes to sling HE, and that's what you can do in the Flint. So right now, I've kind of gone over to A, and I'm just going to loiter in this area. You really have to use terrain to your advantage. Again, I don't have advanced fire training in this ship, so my range is only at about 10 kilometers. You really got to use terrain. And be careful, because again, you are basically a destroyer, even though you're a cruiser, so you don't have a lot of damage, and if you get caught out in the open, you're going to pay for it. You're going to get citadel. So I am just kind of testing the waters right now. I'm trying to lock down A. I'm using this little lip of terrain right here to really conceal myself. Now, I'm probably going to pop smoke here in just a second. Interesting thing, this is the first round that I use smoke circles in. I had not enabled it, so this is kind of a test of that as well, and I'll give you my thoughts on that. Smoke circles are interesting. I know a lot of people really wanted them. I haven't played destroyers in a while, or at least as hard as I used to, so I'm not really missing them. Now, I have kind of conflicting views on smoke circles. In a way, I like them a lot. I think they're neat. And in a way, I think it takes a huge skill aspect away from the game. Whether or not that's a bad thing, I don't know. It makes it a lot more beginner-friendly. And there you can see I just popped my smoke. There's my circle right there. I know where I'm at. And I'm just going to start raining fire, starting with that Atlanta. Trying to lock down A, keeping these enemy ships away from it. There's a lot of battleships in the area. I don't want them coming this way. So I'm going to use my rate of fire to keep them away. You see that Turbot's trying to fire at me, but using terrain, key terrain features, he's not going to be able to hit me. And plus, he can't even see me right now. And I know that because I pop smoke, and again, that smoke circle is there. So I've got mixed feelings on it. And I know a lot of people, there's a fire right there. And that's what the Atlanta and Flint are good for, starting fires. Did this one stick? No, it doesn't look like it's stuck. And there's another fire, but that's okay. He's probably scared right now, and he's going to run away. I know a lot of veterans might be against smoke circles. I'm willing to let this slide, though. Anything that helps the player and makes the game more enjoyable is a good thing. I know it's helped a lot of people out, so I'm willing to let this one slide. You see I'm kind of backing up in this smoke circle. I've got the ring showing me where I'm at, and let's see what happens here. I know there's still a fair amount of ships around. These guys are just out of range right now because, as I said, I don't have anything else on my ship. I'm basically stock range right now, and that's kind of hampering my ability to do things. This Tirpitz, again, is keeping out of the way. But, you know, we capped it. It's good. B's being fought for right now. So there's some torps that just appeared out of nowhere. Another thing about the Flint is it's got some 9-kilometer torps. I believe they're Sim torps, Sims torps. And I just fired those up the alley. You can stealth fire in the Flint. That's another thing that makes the Flint awesome. You can stealth fire. And this Atlanta right here is just wandering into the channel. Not a very good idea for him. I did not know that I was aiming at him, although it turns out my torps are aimed at him. And he's going to have a bad day here in a second. I'm backing out of this area. I'm going to just kind of ease off a little bit. See what this Atlanta is going to do. And, oh, there you go. 2 torpedoes. Of course, since they're Sims torpedoes, they're not going to finish the job right now. I'm going to fire some more. Again, 9-kilometer range torps on a cruiser is phenomenal. That's IJN range. And I'm just going to finish off this Atlanta right here. I switched to AP for a second, but for some reason, when I'm using an Atlanta and now the Flint, I'm just going to sling AT the whole time because fire is awesome. And there goes the Atlanta. He really didn't stand a chance. I feel bad for him. I'm taking fire now. I'm going to kind of get out of this area and see what happens. Hang back. This Aoba is coming on strong. I think he's going to make a play for A. I'm not going to let him do that, obviously. So there goes my torps. I don't think those are going to make it. Again, that was just kind of a denial type of thing. There's a fire on him. I'm going to challenge him now. I'm going to move into A. I'm going to try and actively deny him from taking A. So here I go. There's his torps. I knew those were going to come, but I'm not too concerned about them because I was bow on, and I'm going to charge him right now. The battleships have kind of moved on. I'm just going to start slinging this wonderful HE. And, oops, I didn't realize there's a Mitsuki over there, so I'm going to switch aim to him also. I'm just going to fire back and forth, get some good shots in on that Mitsuki. He's hurting right now pretty bad. I'm going to switch to the Aoba. Aoba? Yeah, Aoba. I'm going to finish him off real quick. He's done. And now I'm going to switch my sights onto this Mitsuki. I'm going to finish him off right here in a second. Flint, rate of fire on the Atlanta and the Flint is just phenomenal. They're really fun ships. I know it's just 5-inch guns, but you can really do some damage on destroyers and cruisers, battleships. You know, you're not going to do a lot of damage with your HE unless you start fires, and we all know that's the point, to start fires on them. So I'm going to dodge these torps real quick. I knew that he fired those torpedoes. I just knew he did. And A is effectively locked down. That's mine now. All mine. I'm going to cap it again. And there's a solo cap right there. Already had the assisted cap. There's the solo cap. Firing some more torpedoes just to see if they might be able to hit this battleship. Again, I don't know if they are. That's alright. So now things are getting a little more dangerous because what's left is a bunch of battleships. Tirpitzes, Turpis. No, I think there's just one Tirpitz right now. I pop some more smoke. I'm going to stay in this smoke ring right here so he can't see me. As long as you're going slow enough, you can move forward without it. And I'm going to start slinging some more HE at this Tirpitz here. I'm going to chase him away and see if I can set him on fire. I'm just going to rain down this stuff. It's so fun in the Flint and the Atlanta, just raining down HE continually. It's got to be scared right now. And finally shot an airplane down. I'm a little sad that they didn't send more airplanes my way, because that's the other thing about the Flint, and of course the Atlanta, is an absolute devastating anti-aircraft machine. Alright, I'm taking fire now, but I'm somewhat angled. I'm a little vulnerable right now, but I think these battleships have bigger things on their mind. So again, I'm just going to keep the heat on this Tirpitz. Let's see what I can do. I haven't started a fire on him yet, unfortunately. He's firing at me, and I just kind of want to get out of here. Again, using that terrain to my advantage. Up to this point, I haven't taken a lot of damage. I've still got most of my hit points. I'm in the green, which is good. So as I abscond from this Tirpitz, I'm just going to keep firing at him from behind. Which again, you know, you got a lot of guns to your front, a lot of guns to your rear, and finally there's that fire. Here's the fire I wanted, and it looks like it didn't stick, so I'm just going to keep firing at him. And you can do that every single second. And I'm running away from him right now. I'm getting those nice cap to fin points right there, which are very nice. Little ribbons for that, which help you a lot. And again, you can see I've got terrain in front of me, so he can't actively see me. I haven't been spotted, but again, I'm just unrelentlessly raining down HE on him. We've got their carrier spotted, so he's about to be sunk. He's going to be foundered here in a second, which will take away one more key point. You know, they've got the lead right now, and they had it in the beginning, and it had been going their way, but, you know, I had a plan. They had a plan, so we're just slowly tacking away at them overall. And things are going to start to swing our way right now. This Tirpitz just won't die, though. And there's another fire. I think this one's going to stick finally. Finally. You know, this is an interesting round. I might have been able to get a Kraken in it. If things had swung my way, they didn't. Fortunately, our aircraft carrier in this game, he's doing his job. He's pulling his load right here. He's a pretty competent aircraft carrier pilot, and that helps, or not pilot, but captain, and that helps in any round you're in. Having a good CV really helps. So I'm going to move back in. This fire's still burning. He just put it out right now. I'm going to move in, and I'm going to try and set him on fire again and just really keep the heat on this Tirpitz. This has really become a me versus the Tirpitz battle right here. And I'm going to move towards this terrain right here and try and just sneak in behind him. Yeah, he sees me. What I was doing was I was waiting for him to get his guns pointed forward so that when I finally did start shooting, it would take a little bit of time for him to get his guns on me. He's gone behind terrain now, so I'm going to focus on this Fuso over here and start firing at him. He's oblivious to me right now. He's got his guns trained somewhere else. And if I can light him on fire, it's going to do some pretty big damage. And just raining down HE. Again, Flint, Atlanta, I love doing that with them. And there's that fire on him. And I'm just going to keep the HE going. I know he's not aiming at me yet. As soon as he does, though, I want to get away from him because that Fuso's got a lot of guns, so he's shooting at me, and I'm finally in the yellow hit point wise, but he's on fire right now. The Tirpitz is on fire. Things have swung our direction right now, despite only having one cap, despite only having A. We've got the ship advantage right now. We're sinking them left and right. All they've got left are battleships, which under most normal circumstances, that might be enough, but right now it's not. So I'm popping smoke again so this Fuso can't see me. Again, I know that I'm in the smoke because I've got my little smoke ring up, my little boundary, and I'm just going to start firing at this Fuso again. I'm going to try and pop off some torps at him. I know they don't have a really good chance of hitting him. He's probably going to change course well before they get there, but they might spook him into, you know, going broadside or turning away or something. So here we go again with the HE. I'm just going to rain fire on him. Again, my goal is to set him on fire and just freak him out. And there's another one. Those torps are inbound. Doubt they're going to hit. But now I've got this other battleship, this Colorado spotting me. I'm going to fire some diversionary torps towards him up the channel, just hoping they might hit him. But now that I've got the Fuso and the Colorado after me, it's probably a good time to get out of here. And you can see that torpedo's not going to hit. But again, I'm just going to keep the fire on him. I'm going to keep shooting away. Just round after round of HE popping, you know, 100 HP at a time. It takes its toll on a ship finally. So I don't know why he's still trying to chase me. I'm kind of winning this battle right now between me and the Fuso. Got a lot of HE on him. He's just burning away right now. So The thing I'm worried about the most right now is that Colorado, though. And he's got the majority of his hit points remaining, and I don't want to go toe-to-toe with him. So I'm going to slink away, do the cowardly thing, and run. Kind of go behind this volcanic-looking piece of terrain. We get behind that. Can't fire torps off from my right side right now. What is that, the port? Or is it the starboard? It might be the starboard. Starboard's right? Right. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of get out of there and see if my torps can come online. If not, no, I'm going to start firing some HE blindly. These might stand a chance of hitting him. He knows I'm over here. He has to. If he's halfway decent as a BB captain, he knows I'm over here. So I'm going to flip around to my port side. We established ports left, right? So I do know that I have my torpedoes ready to go on this side, and again, 9-kilometer torpedoes. That's pretty freaking awesome, even if they only move 55 kilometers, so it looks like a good place to fire them, and I'm going to send them on their way and see if I can hit this Colorado with them. Again, this battle is pretty much ours at this point. I'm going to try and set this Colorado on fire. The Fuso has withered away to almost nothing. I'm not really concerned about him at this point. Really, all I'm doing right now is hoping that I get the kill for him. I don't know if that's my fire or not anymore. I don't know if mine's burned out, but this Fuso's gone, and it looks like the CV got the kill for him. So I'm going to focus on this Colorado now, and I'm going to charge him. You know, it's him versus me. He's the only one left. Basically, everyone's after him. I really didn't think I was going to get a torpedo hit right now, but that one managed to get behind the island, and lo and behold, there's a torpedo hit, which, very nice, that helps. That just kind of adds to my damage, gets me to that 137,000 damage, which for a twin to the Atlanta, that's not bad at all. I will definitely take it. I'm going to fire some more torps, just in case, but again, he's the only ship left, so everybody's gunning for him. And really, I was hoping that these torpedoes were going to find home, and I was going to be the one to take them out. But that's not how it always works out. Someone else got the kill, and that's the end of the game. Again, Flint, wonderful ship, worth working your way towards. You got to get those 3 rank 1 wins, but this is what the Atlanta should have been. Absolutely. And it's kind of disappointing. But if you can get your hands on the Flint, you're going to love it. It's a great ship. Again, this is NoZoupForYou. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.